Hello friends, welcome back. My name's Jess. Today I'm in the Scapegoat woodshed and I want to talk about Father's Day. Well friends, it looks like most of the world is celebrating Father's Day this weekend, and so I wanted to do a video on what a wonderful topic this one is for those of us who have challenging fathers or maybe don't have fathers in our lives. As always, my disclaimer is I am not a psychologist, I'm not a trained health professional, and if you are having difficulties or challenges, especially with parents, it's really tough. So I hope you're able to look after yourself and get some professional help if you need. So that said, moving on to Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, any day. I'm so sick. I'm gonna rant. First of all, I'm so sick of these damn days. And don't get me wrong, I love celebrating people and good things and relationships and friendships and these things in our lives. I really enjoy that, but I want them to be real and relevant. And there's so much social expectation around these commercialized holidays. I think, as far as I can tell, it is just a big business thing. Am I just being cynical? But seriously, like, who do they help? I love my husband, but meals out are 3 times as expensive on Valentine's Day, or a bouquet of flowers goes up, 1,000,000%. Why do we have to do that on one day? Why can't we just do it sort of spontaneously because we feel like it? Why do we have to have these days? Because the problem for me of these designated days is that if you don't do it, the social expectation seems to be telling me that I'm wrong and that I'm deficient in some way, or that I don't have something that other people have. To me, it's like it's Disneyfication of this world. It's trying to put a fairy tale ending on life when life is not like that. Real life is messy and great and awful and challenging and amazing and all of those things, but they don't happen on a specific day. So, coming back to Father's Day, I have a very challenging relationship with my father, and I'm pretty confident that it's abusive and dysfunctional. And so I just started thinking about this idea of Father's Day, and I was just interested, just started looking it up. And fatherhood and these father type roles are related to having a strong male role model, being supported as we're children, being helped educationally and emotionally and problem solving, and in lots of different ways. Having a strong positive father figure in our lives is developmentally and psychologically hugely beneficial, and not having one is actually very detrimental to our psychological and emotional well-being and our development. And so I was thinking about that from my perspective and my experience. I don't know for sure that my father is narcissistic, but his behaviors do fit very much into that pattern. And so I'm going to give a few examples of things that he said to me in the past, which are just anyway. So one of the things I was told as a kid was that my father wished I was a boy. Great, thanks Dad. I'm not a boy. I can't do that, or I don't even want to go there. I'm not going to go down the transgender route, but I'm not a boy. I don't feel that I want to be a boy, and for you to reject me for who I am and something in my life that I can't change, to reject me for being me is the biggest and most hurtful thing I think a parent can do to a child. So, strike one. So another thing my father said to me, again when I was very young, I don't remember my age, but I think I would have been less than 10 years old. And I had a medical problem which my dad believed was self-induced. And when he tried to help me and that didn't work, he said, and this is as direct a quote as I can have from 35 years ago or 40 years ago, he said, well, you're on your own. If you're going to act like that, you're on your own. And so basically, he abandoned me emotionally. He abandoned me and blamed me for this medical problem that I couldn't control. He believed I could. To say that to a child, to someone you are supposed to be looking after, to someone who is living under your roof and looks to you for safety and security and support, to say that, strike two. And let's just go on with the rest of the strikes. I'm going to stop counting because I'm going to run out of time and fingers and toes. So some other things that my dad has said to me, things like I decided to leave my job because I wasn't happy. Well, what's wrong with you? It's fine for other people. Loads of other people work there. Why don't you? Why is it not good enough for you? I'm sorry, Dad. There's something wrong with me because I make that choice. Where is the support? Where is the questioning? Where is the wanting to know what I want? And I said, I don't want to work at this job. It doesn't make me happy. And the response was, work's not supposed to make you happy. Okay, thanks, Dad. So you just want me to be miserable because it suits you today. And don't get me wrong, oh my gosh, I'm going off on another tangent. I know work can be difficult. I know the whole point of work is not to be happy, but when it makes you stressed and ill and you have to sacrifice the rest of your life for this job and it controls everything you do, hell no, leave it. Life's not worth it. Life's too short. That's what he should have said. But again, and other things, he would always comment on what I was eating, what I was wearing, what I did at the weekend. Every single thing was commented on in a negative way. Even when I started my own business, he was just like everything. He kept trying to undermine what I was doing. Eventually I got to the point and said, Dad, you're not a shareholder. You don't get a choice. Your money is not involved. This is my money, my choice, and my decision. And you know what? But all he could do was highlight the risks that I was taking. Sure I was, but life is about taking risks. And I wasn't throwing my life savings into it. I was following my dreams. And you know what? He kept asking me how things were going, and businesses take a long time to get off the ground. And so every time he'd ask, I'd have to kind of be shamed into saying, not great, not great. But you know what? Over time, things started going better. And one time, I was doing really well. I was doing really well with my business. And I told my dad, finally, I was like, it's going well. His response, that was it. So for those of you who couldn't identify and sympathize with the lack of father figure in your life, I'm with you, and I totally get it. And I think one of the hardest things about having fathers who are present physically but are emotionally absent or abusive, we don't even know what we're missing, and that's the hardest part. I think I can't relate to how hard it is growing up without a father in my life, but the one that I had caused so much damage, and if I had a do-over, I'd rather do it without than have the one that I did have, because at least then I would know that it was wrong. Friends, please take care of yourselves, and if you are dreading the day you're not on your own. And you are not wrong if you decide you don't want to contact your father, don't want to go down all the happy, shiny Hallmark card route of whatever that ideal you think you're supposed to do. You are not. You are not alone. And God knows we don't know what's going on behind other people's doors as well. I think that's the other thing. We don't know what other people have or don't have. So please take care of yourselves, and I really love to hear your comments, so please let me know what you think of the video, what you're going to do to look after yourself on this fatherless day, if that's the situation you're in. I'm going to make some plans to spoil myself, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks so much. Give me a like, subscribe if you can, that really helps support the channel, and I do have a Patreon page if you're able to make a financial donation. Thanks, my friends. Talk to you soon. Bye.